Kiryu Kazuma shows up at my doorstep and goes, "Which one of you drew art of Gold Ship having sex?" This sucks. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Daughter me being like, "How do you know me so well?" 2 hours earlier, I skin infant baby. Oh, that's right. Actually, we don't need the GoFundMe link anymore because apparently, B got 3 grand for that dog, and they're scanning the surgery. See, they're scheduling the surgery. Yeah, no, dog saved? Question mark. Dog in a much better scenario than it used to be previously. But anyways, hello everybody. Yeah, no, we're streaming. Hello everybody. Welcome to the 100 line. We are. Mm-hmm. Anyways, yeah, no. Nice. I had a triple chocolate milkshake with oat milk instead of regular dairy, and honestly, it was pretty good. Wrong. Gold ship. Gold shit. Mm-hmm. This pose does something to people, you know? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's like a sleepover, so we're gonna be sweaty and covered in blood. Do not ask her that. Yes, and that's why I'm thinking of having a sentry system. 3 people will be on watch at all times. We'll also rotate 1 person out every hour. And if anything happens, just shout. That's reassuring. Now I can get a good night's rest. My skin will thank me. This arrangement should stop X from causing further harm. We should be safe here for a while. Now we just had to continue to our investigation and expose X's identity before they tried anything else. I mean, I think it's just Elon Musk. He runs that shit, right? There was just one thing that was bothering me. Ew! What the fuck? It's funny. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna say that I feel the need to preface this tangent with, again, deeply against artificial intelligence. That being said, I cannot get over how funny it is that Elon Musk's Chud AI son, that's where I was going with that, is so impartial and fact-based that any person who actually tries to use Grok thinks that it's stupid and dumb because it's giving actual, like, factual information about how the left is right all the time. That is so funny. You can't make it any less woke. Okay. There was one other thing that was bothering me. True. Shoma was killed today, and I saw his body with my own eyes. Which meant... Yep, time to pass out again. God damn! 75 days. Well, then it's like they're trying to do like a Murder She Wrote type thing where it's like takes place like paced out over a long stretch of time. Or no, it's more like they want to do like a conventional murder mystery, but they have to make sure they're using up the 100 days. No, yeah, it's more like they're trying to do a convention. They're trying to do a conven. They're trying to do a conventional. No, they're trying to do a conventional murder mystery, but they also want to use up all 100 days. So, mm, I woke up at the sound of the morning announcement. The first thought to cross my mind is that this time was not again. Along with a sense of resignation, looking up at the unfamiliar ceiling, it took me a few seconds to realize I was in the gym. I stood up from my makeshift bed, pulled open the curtain divider, and stepped outside. I turned slowly to look at everyone, then said, "Everyone's safe." My last words? We're to move in groups during the day and sleep together at night. Remember, those are the instructions you gave us on day 51? We've been able to survive all this time because of them. It also means X is still... Mm-hmm. Now that I got a better look at them, I saw signs of fatigue on everyone's faces. X is among us. I'll be killed if I walk around with only one other person. They've all had to spend the last 23 days under the crushing weight of such thoughts. It's no wonder their mental fatigue was starting to show physically. What is it? He showed himself? He just had to tell us something. And what was that? Watch out for it. Huh. No, but Sayori... Yeah, no, Sayori straight up said that they were planning. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How strange. That's what I want to know. Just a straight picture of Adler from Call of Duty. Like they didn't even bother to like re-visualize him for Danganronpa. Like no, it's just Adler. Yeah. Russell Adler was it? He was a new character they introduced in the more recent string of Black Ops games that everybody loves. No, he's actually more alive than ever. Adler shoots and kills you. He got better. Oh. 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 That's convenient. So that's how we get out of here. They fucking hate those guys. Sure enough. A distress signal transmitter? I've never seen or heard of such a thing before. It doesn't matter. We have to put the transmitter on the back burner for now. Finding the identity of X was our top priority. X was most likely the one to kill Shoma. Or they could have ordered someone else to do it, like they did for Kako. They just love killing Shoma like that. At any rate, X was absolutely involved in Shoma's murder. As long as we could figure out who killed Shoma, we'd find out who X is, and then give it to him. All right. I clenched my fists tightly. Hiroko, Tsubasa, come with me. Why? To the courtyard. I'm gonna reinvestigate the scene of Shoma's murder. What's that? Hey. And thus, Hiroko, Tsubasa, and I went to the courtyard together after having breakfast. I don't think you did it. I can't go against my own last words now, can I? And you three are my favorite. Sorry, you two are my favorite. No reason in particular. I just felt like it. Then it'll be a 2-on-1 fight. I'm not worried. They would have already done that while I was unconscious if it was that important. Sleepy detective. One question before I answer that. Nobody had an alibi for 4 a.m. on day 51, right? When Shoma was killed? What about the murder weapon? Or any other clues? In that case, the fastest way to identify X is to see who could have possibly killed Shoma under those circumstances. The killer likely used the special method to kill Shoma while he was locked in the cage. Figuring out what that method was could break this case wide open. Who could have done that was thus the best line of investigation to pursue. There is a clue. Shoma's body was wet when we first found it, remember? I think finding out why may very well be the key to solving this case. They wet-maxed him. They tipped over the entire cage and then tipped it right back over. I walked over to the courtyard fountain. There was a valve with a handle on the side, probably for adjusting the amount of water being spouted. I opened it completely, and then a frightening amount of water gushed out all at once, making the fountain look like an erupting geyser or open dam. A giant column of water shot up into the sky and came down again like a downpour of rain. I quickly turned the handle to close the valve. Soon, the water slowed considerably and went back to its normal flow. Phew! That was a close one. Next, I checked the central drain. It's more like a tunnel than a drain. The water flowed deep into that tunnel. There was a large handle here as well. I turned the handle and a wall came down from the top of the tunnel, completely sealing up the drain. After checking it, I returned the handle to its original position. I briefly saw Hiroko and Tsubasa staring at me in confusion as I proceeded to my next destination, the cage where Shoma had been held. As I was listening to them, my eyes wandered to the top of the cage. Officially, this cage is an animal pen. I think it's supposed to be modeled after a bird cage or something. You see that ring suspended from the top there? I didn't answer, instead lowering my glance to the bottom of the cage where something caught my eye. This cage isn't secured to the floor. It's just a bottomless cage placed on top of a base. How do you know that? I see. So it weighs 1 ton. Oh, I love Biotope. That's one of my favorite themes from Zero's what I forget the fucking name of whatever. No, Biotope is the name of the song. Uh fuck. Virtue's Last Reward. Virtue's Last Reward. That's the name of the Biotope. Yeah. Biotope. Oh. But wouldn't that amount of pressure cause the windows to break? You might be right. What about the exits on both sides connected to the hallways? Atmospheric pressure can escape from those exits when it gets too high, right? Oh, right. They opened up after Sire released them, or Sire released them. A completely sealed space. Not yet. There's just one more thing. This. Why do you think it was found so close to the cage? Gift-O-Matic? We'll definitely be able to find a clue if we go there. Well, so if they're able to cut off the water altogether, and would it like activating the pressure valve when there's no water just kind of create like an air effect where it would fill up the balloon aggressively, and then you can maybe use that as a way to lift up the. I mean, I'm operating off of goofy, stupid logic that a balloon would be able to pull up a 1-ton, cage. But I mean, I think it's. I guess that's within the realm of possibility for this series. And maybe we made it back to the rec room. Hmm? Maybe. Investigating the Gift-O-Matic resulted in a few discoveries. Ah, that shit is sturdy. The balloon has a capacity of 10 liters. Should be quite big when blown up. After reviewing our findings, I put the balloon back into my pocket. Boss, is there a tire pump in the parking lot? Is it portable? I have a game theory. Sorry, let me gather my thoughts first. I'll explain it all to everyone once I have a clearer picture of how the events unfolded. Mm-hmm. Probably by 7 p.m. tonight. Unless I pass out again due to some kind of horrible trauma. We returned to the gym together, where I immediately started sorting out my thoughts and feelings and ideas. The day flew by. The day flew by as I did, and soon it was right. Night. Fuck. The time I'd asked everyone to meet me had arrived. Hold on to that thought. You have a good habit of guessing things, right? It was exactly 7 p.m. when I quietly said to everyone, "Hey guys, can we all move to the courtyard? I have something important to discuss." What is the important thing we had to come all the way here to discuss? Well, you see, I turned my gaze upward and then slowly lowered my head. Yeah! Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. First, we must answer the how and how did the killer stab Shoma when he was inside a locked cage? Once we can figure that out, the identity of the killer becomes apparent. Because only that person could have done all that under those circumstances. The person who killed Shoma is... Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm thinking about it. So we can cut off the water supply. We can create like a gigantic aquatic spurt where you just shoot all the water up into the air for like a really long time, or at least for as long as you needed to anyway. There's an electric pump in the garage, and we can use that to inflate the balloon. And there was at least 100 of those balloons. The only problem, at least in my mind, is that frankly, I don't know who that evidence would specifically point to, because in my mind, anybody probably could have done what I'm thinking they could have done. Like literally, yeah, like literally just fill up a bunch of balloons, maybe fill up the water so that way it helps fill up the place a little bit so that way it raises the water, raises the gate up even faster. Like just kind of create a lot of scenarios in which you would kind of like very gently lift up the gate and then expand it outward. So my main thinking is that it's probably not gonna be either Hiriko or Tsubasa, mainly because she didn't seem smart enough to put two and two together on the electric pump shit. Um, Obviously it's not Takumi, because, the detective can't be the killer. It'd be crazy if that was ever the case. Um, Shoma couldn't have killed himself because that would have required him to leave the cage, unless he did that to himself, which I guess is actually equally possible. He could have Yeah, so I think it's more that someone could have brought him the knife and all that stuff himself, and then he could have done it that way. So Shoma killing himself is definitely a little bit of a possibility, but it would have been aided by somebody else. Obviously, I don't think any of the other dead people would do it. I don't know. I don't think it's Ato 2 yet, considering that hasn't technically been introduced as a factor. Ima is the person with the most motive for wanting to kill Shoma. That's the important part. The only thing is I don't know of any other people who would want to kill, or well, they if they wanted to, they would have to be X, who's this person who's just like kind of like going around killing various individuals. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. I know, because I imagine it's just kind of like, well, I guess that's it, and then they just kind of well, they either shuffle off and then it goes, you fucking failed, you dumbass, or it spins off into a separate route in which you just operate under a completely wrong assessment. So, I'd like to hear from the Peanut Gallery now. Obviously, Joshy knows the answer, so I don't think. Uh, mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The evidence is set up in such a way that it could literally be anybody. Mm. But I will say, yeah, no, for those of you who do not already know the answer, if you want to lend me your thoughts and feelings, by all means. Oh, this actually has a scroll? That's interesting. No, I don't think that I don't think there's a secret person off screen. She's definitely hidden somewhere in the school. Ah, damn. You should have picked Betray so many times. Yeah, no, I think it was Junko and Oshima. Ah, you got it right. Good job. Yeah, sure, Khan. Go ahead. Speak your truth. Oh? Why? Mm-hmm. Eito, yeah. Hmm. So she would make herself suspicious by killing off Choma. Well, I mean, it could be more of the issue of the X is clearly has a detonator that would kill her instantly. So she could, not to mention she spent the most time like in the biotope than like anybody else. So her like having intimate knowledge about how that stuff would work could make sense. Although admittedly, the other thing, although I will say the other problem with that is, sure, hypothetically she could have that information if she was living there and wasn't confined to a cage. A lot of the external information you can pick up about the biotope is only by reading about it or learning information or like fucking around, like moving around and like messing around with us stuff. Unless she like saw those guys fucking around with like various like little doodads and gizmos that were built around the place or the balloons. Mm-hmm. But she didn't want to leave. She intentionally gave herself up. I don't think that there's enough convincing evidence against Ava for it to be her. Hmm. What about the rest of you guys? Noir, Sim, you got any thoughts? Alright. My thought, um, I'm gonna operate under the assessment that I think Shoma killed, that aided by a third party who did not technically kill him but made him kill himself, that Shoma killed himself. The real killer is he did it to himself. Ah, okay. Alright, I got it. Yeah, right. Yeah, okay, I think, yeah, I got it wrong. Yes, in a sense. Mm-hmm. How do you pull it off? Okay, fine. Damn, alright. Okay. Maybe he's trying to frame someone else to make the rest of us let our guard down. One after another, the others started voicing their agreement. I found myself unable to offer anything but a rebuttal. Wait, this is a mistake! I was just, In the end, I was detained by the others and locked inside the cage in the courtyard. What possessed me to even say that? I couldn't remember. But it's too late for regrets. I had no strength even to lift, even to sigh. What? Yeah. Only a little while later, my consciousness fled from me. Oh, yep, there we go. No idea how long I was unconscious. When I opened my eyes, I thought the cage had been unlocked. Unsure of what that meant, I pushed the door open nervously and stepped outside. Then someone was lying in the cage next to mine. I ran over to see who it was. Oh, shit. I didn't even need to check. She was clearly already gone. The cage was unlocked. I went inside and touched her arm. It was deathly cold. She'd been dead for at least a few hours. Set down my disquieting thoughts and quickly started searching for the others. My next destination was the library. As soon as I entered, I saw... Checked her body. She wasn't breathing and had no pulse. Judging from how cold she felt, it seemed like she had died a few hours ago as well. Thinking everyone might be in their rooms, I proceeded to the roof. It was eerily silent all around. There was no signs of life anywhere. Still convinced there had to be somebody around, I opened every single door to check. Takimaru's room, Hiruko's room, Darumi's room, their rooms were completely empty, abandoned. Kurata's room was next. I went outside in my bed, and my glance fell on her bed. Lying there was... Wait, she have a fucking... She has a soldering iron on her desk. I checked her body. Like Eva and Kyoshika, she was cold to the touch. Check clinging to a ray of hope. I decided to move Kurata's body to the infirmary, but... Too much time has passed since death. Impossible to revive. It's all the monitor would display. I had a really bad feeling about this whole thing. Dark despondency pooled and congealed at the pit of my stomach. But it's fine. It's going to be fine. That's what I kept telling myself as I continued searching. I checked every room on the second and third floors. In any other rooms I had yet checked, I didn't find anyone. Finally I reached the first floor. Upon stepping inside the mysterious room with no name, I saw... There was no need to even check on his body. I could feel an eerie chill crawling underneath my skin and spreading to the rest of my body. The last place I visited was the garage. I pushed the door open and cautiously stepped inside, and then... When I finally registered the scene before me, I thought I could hear the sound of my heart breaking apart. I felt nothing, not even sadness or despair. I simply turned over the bodies mechanically and emotionlessly. Takimaru, Ima, Darumi, and Tsubasa's hearts had been removed through their backs. Acting on a hunch, I appeared underneath Hiruko's clothing to check her back as well. But there's a large empty cavity there as well, just as I suspected. But I was no longer capable of reasoning this through. My mental faculty has been taken over by thick, impenetrable fog. Ah, damn, you got the long COVID. Stepping outside, I wandered around aimlessly for a while before coming to a stop in the schoolyard. I stood rooted to the spot in a daze for quite some time. Then a passing, soundless breeze blew past. Took in the breeze, a slight sense of suspicion flashed through the back of my mind. How many dead bodies have I found? 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. Let's put in a prison cell on day 75. How many survivors were there at that time? Including myself, there were 12, which meant... This was quickly dispelled from my mind when the remaining 2 survivors appeared before me. This is what we woke up to. It's voice acted. What? Her accusation jolted my mind and action. I started to defend myself this desperately. Moko was right. The three of us were the only ones still alive. Stood to reason that one of us had to be the killer. Mm-hmm. Oh shit, okay. Who did it? uh it could be. There's not really that much evidence to go off of here. Mm-hmm. You killed everyone. It had to have been you. There's no mistake about it. No, no, no. No, 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 no! Oh, okay, Jesus. Moko charged at me deliriously while brandishing a massive butcher knife. I instinctively grabbed her wrist, switched the butcher knife, snatched the butcher knife away, and slashed her neck. I watched in horror as Moko collapsed to the ground. I killed her. I hadn't intended to, but it just happened. My knees were knocking against each other. My strength gave out and the butcher knife fell to the ground. Immediately after. Oh, whoopsies, hold on. The zombie screamed at the top of her lungs and dashed over. The knife that had fallen from my hand was lying at my feet. She quickly picked it up and swung it wildly. Then was standing in front of me with an astonished look on her deathly pale face. I stared absently at her until my conscience faded into nothingness. Very, very much reminds me of a bit from the Zero. What is it? Not Zero to. No, 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 not Zero. I mean Zero Escape in general, yes, but no, it was the last one. Yes, it reminds me of a bit from Zero Time Dilemma. Yeah. Oh wow, there's three very distinct options happening here. Oh boy, time for some ending farming, baby! Woo! Mhm. Okay. Oh, I see. So whenever you get it wrong, it just snaps you right over here. Okay. Oh, this isn't voiced, actually. Yes, you can say this line. Oh, okay. All right, we're back. Something screamed at the top of her lungs and ran off toward the wall of fire. All right, this part is voice now. I quickly followed her. For long, we reached the wall of fire, but Nozomi did not slow down. She ran at full speed right into the wall of fire. Damn, all right. Wasn't what I wanted. All because I made that accusation. Because of me, Nozomi. Nozomers, no! No, it's gonna be fine. I may still be able to make it. I'll save Nozomi, drag her out of those flames, and... My body was already moving before I could finish the thought. I launched myself into the fiery flames. The very next moment, I was vaporized in an instant. My consciousness ceased just as quickly as my body was reduced to ashes. How did you narrate that, Takumi? A kind heart, well done. Wow, we're 1/10. We're 1/10 of the way there. Also, hold on a second. Oh, wait, there's. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God! It just tells you if you look on the fucking thing. There's a Takumi answer and an Eva answer. Why did they do that though? Well, damn, I guess Khan was right after all. I'm not sure how that would even be remotely correct, but still. Mm-hmm. Like, I couldn't follow your train of logic. No way either one of you here could have done all that. It means you must be right. It was me. I must have killed everybody. Somehow, without being conscious of it. I slapped my shoulders and hung my head weakly. Immediately after... I knew it! Sumiko said that. She reached behind her and took out a large butcher knife. Next thing I knew, I was staring at my kneeled body, arms drooping lifelessly on both sides. How was I able to see my own body from this angle? That was the last thing I thought that ran through my mind before I was blacked out completely. Oh, that's why she had the knife. Okay. Terminated Sumino. So here, let me just let me just follow back along this line really quickly. I'm assuming... Oh, wait, no, this is separate. It doesn't link up with this route. Okay, interesting. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess I should pick Takumi then to see what happens. Because I'm imagining that's not correct, but I mean it's a bespoke route, so I mean, god damn, I did it. It was me. It's simple. I just don't remember. But I don't believe any of you here could have done something so cruel. Also, the only one who could have got inside since the key was with me. There are other reasons, too. Nothing happened when I was unconscious, right? That would make sense if I was the culprit. The cause of my fainting disease may have played a part as well. Traces of treatment found on damaged parts of the brain. Fainting disease likely developed as an after effect. If that damaged parts have actually yet to heal properly, I could have gotten up subconsciously at night and did all those things without being aware of it, right? That's why I'm saying it was probably me, maybe. Are you okay with that, Takumi? No. Huh? I wasn't confessing, I was just saying it's a possibility! But you were so confident you knew who the killer was! Stop, stop! Stay away from me! I said, stay away! Ah! I screamed and started running. I burst out of the room into the hallway and just kept running. Some time passed. I was finally able to throw off all my pursuers after running around the school haphazardly. I entered the entrance hall and grabbed a fire extinguisher before sneaking outside. Before long, I arrived at the wall of fire, but somebody had been laying in ambush there. Yugamu! Oh yeah, that's right, Noir walked away for a second. You are X. No! Thought you basically admitted to it just now. I told you I was just throwing out possibilities! What? Wait, does that mean... I pulled out a dirk, and walked toward me with a smirk on his face. Oh, damn, okay. Damn, that's crazy. I tried Yugami with a feral roar and grabbed hold of each other. We were struggling, we lost our balance, and our bodies careening to the wall of fire at the same time! The very next moment. And then we got incinerated. Whoopsies! Oh, yeah, I'm assuming you've been skipping the subtitles this entire time. Not the subtitles, though. The credits this entire time, Joshua? Like, whenever they show up? So, the problem was... So, to let you... Mhm. Yeah, so, like, just straight up, like, it uncensors all the stuff that was at the end of the first bit, because they're not sure if you're gonna keep going after it. So, like, I let it go for a little long, and I learned some names I wasn't supposed to. Aw, thank God. Can you believe it, guys? We're already 1/10 of the way there! Alright, well. I guess Khan was right. Like, I genuinely don't know. Like, I can get the how and a little bit of the logic behind of it, but I don't know why she would even do it. Gaku. Shut your mouth! He loves being the detective. It's just like me for real. Oh yeah, I guess now I have to figure out why she did it. Before getting to that part, we'll have to explain how the murder even took place to begin with. Shoma's dead body was found in that cage. He'd been stabbed multiple times. Oh, whoopsies, hold on. It means you have to figure out a way to get inside the cage. Yes, I did have the key. So you couldn't have used it. Use another way to get inside. The key lies in the design of that cage. The cage is alive. Got that Monster House type shit going on. Just a heavy iron cage mounted on a base. Bleh. You don't even need to say it, I know. I know. Mm-hmm. See, went inside from the bottom. Very true. That cage weighs about a ton. That's something anyone can move with their bare hands. Use magnets, bitch! No. Hold on, I want to get a clear read of that. Actually, no, here, I did turn off the fucking music so I can actually... Oh, yeah, I can't pause right now, damn. Used buoyancy. Buoyancy? That's right. You made the courtyard a watertight space by closing off the drains. And then you flooded the entire place. There's a fountain there, right? You open its valve fully to release an enormous amount of water through the nozzles, turning this thing like an erupting geyser or open dam. You left the fountain valve wide open for a while to fill up the space with water. See, like, that's the shit you don't say while you're being interrogated, because it really makes it seem like you did it. Especially because you don't sound like that normally. You're not, like, getting arrogant about how you're totally correct and right and not guilty. Mm-hmm. No, that wouldn't happen. That's how this place was designed. Because the core was originally constructed for a certain special purpose. A race of gigantic humans. The Titans! And buoyancy. Then to be able to withstand atmospheric pressures many times Earth's range. That's what Tsubasa said. Buoyancy. And that's why it's impossible for water pressure to cause any leaks. After a while, the place became filled with water. Considering the water flow of the fountain, it probably took about 3 hours for water to rise to the top of the cage. Shoma was killed at 4 a.m. Counting back from that time brings us to 1 a.m. for the approximate time the water started accumulating. Sturdy rubber balloons! Once it can be filled with air up to a capacity of about 10 liters. You inflated 100 of these balloons and put them into the cage. You were more precise. You put the deflated balloons into the cage first before inflating them. Archimedes' principle states that upward buoyant force is equal to the weight of displaced water. 100 balloons that hold 100 liters each equals 1,000 kilograms. In other words, the effect is 1 ton of upward force. That cancels out the weight of the cage and reduces it to near zero. You barely need to use a single finger to lift it then. You were easily able to lift the cage with just the slightest effort. More than likely use a certain tool. Tire pump. Gamma ray! Yeast. Gamma wave! Gamma wave! Mm-hmm. It's mounted on wheels. It can be easily moved here. Using it would make it a literal breeze to fill up all those balloons. We're entering the Persona 4 dimension now. You didn't completely fucking submerge the cage. That'd be a lot of water. The water only had to stop just below the topmost part of the cage for it to work. Discharging water equal to the volume of the cage itself created the buoyant force needed. Shoma kept his head above the water's surface and breathed through his mouth, gaping and gasping for air the whole time. You took the opportunity to lift up the cage while underwater, slip inside, and stab him multiple times. You opened the drainage walls to drain it away. Oh, whoops. I didn't know. Whoopsies. Retry persuasion. Okay, the cage wasn't completely submerged. Good! Quick to come hit her with your mind, Taxi. Hot air. See, they have the first, like, actually, like, genuinely an adult character in any of these fucking games, and they just have her in the most tight outfit imaginable. I mean, she looks like she's around our age, but, like, I don't know. I mean, honestly, it's entirely possible that, like, fucking... Yeah, no, I mean, well, more than that, it's just that it's like, you know how they fucking like to do it with, like, a lot of the Danganronpa games, where it's like, well, you see, you guys have memories of when high school happened, but you guys are actually, like, way older than that. It's like, well, you see, when you guys were put into the tubes, you didn't stop aging. We just put you into, like, a kind of stasis type scenario. So you guys think you're all, like, around 18 years old, but you're actually more like 19 or 20. That, or like you said, they could all just be from, like, different walks of life, and everybody just gets, like, a different age, basically. Shoma's in his 30s, actually. It's like that fucking... No, it's like that fucking... It's like that guy from Flapjack when Flapjack's like, you need to grow up! And then the kid's like, grow up! I'm 48 years old! They just zoom in on his face and he's, like, wrinkled and disgusting looking. Oh! Because of that, it's perfectly capable of reproducing a desert environment, which means it has the ability to blast hot wind around the area. After draining the water away, you activated that setting to dry the courtyard. Due to the lack of time, however, the water didn't dry up completely. When first discovered, Shoma's body was actually still somewhat damp. It was dry enough, though, plus we were all distracted by Shoma's dead body. So we failed to notice the remaining wetness in the area. The only thing we did notice was that Shoma's body was damp. Okay, true in the mermaid part, but you're like literally wearing basically a wetsuit, actually. Isn't the wider implication that the invaders are just also humans? Like, isn't everything just humans all the way down at this point? Oh yeah, that's right, we gave you your mask back! Use your mask, Ava! Tsubasa told me about it. There's a miniature air tank in your mask. I was gonna use it as a sealed... See, now, if she brought that back up again more recently, I would have been more inclined to believe Ava could have done it. Because otherwise, I'm kind of, like, hung up on the why. Because, like, Shoma was, like, nothing but nice to her. You can breathe for up to 30 minutes using it like that. Although, to be fair, I think that part was when we decided to, like, kind of careen over to here for a little bit to see what was going on. And then she explained how the mask worked a little bit, and then we went back over to the killing game route again. It's true, the flip-flopping may have had a bit of an impact on this one. But even Joshi doesn't fucking remember it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No! Successfully convinced her that she did it. Crystal yellow persuasion. Persuaded her fucking ass. Yes. Con, I already keep the audio like really low. You gotta crank that shit, actually. I krilled Shoma because he like was underwater, you know. Like, that's what I'm saying. Why did they give everyone a detonator? Complete my puzzles. One of us would have had to have been X. Maybe they stole it from one of us? Yes. Also, it couldn't have been me because I didn't get a detonator. No, I think you can remove me from that list. I passed the first detonator to Hiroko and never got it back, and haven't received the duplicate from Tsubasa yet. Yay! Cleared of murder! Everyone else has started scrutinizing each other with great suspicion, not daring even move their bodies, only their eyes. Why isn't X blown you up yet, indeed? Yes, I remember. Shoot, thinking about it, why the fuck didn't, like, Takumi and Nozomi, like, blow the fuck up when they destroyed her, like, right in front of them? During the Killing Him episode? Because they'll be caught in the blast as well. It's the perfect opportunity for us to get more information about X from Avis. They can't blow her up. We can ask her anything we want. Ava looked down. A short, hesitant silence later, she spoke up again. Voice acted. This is not voice acted. You see, when X was talking to me, he leaned down suspiciously forward, even though I'm actually taller than her. I mean him. Who is X? As the dread washed over me, my mind started working overtime as I went through all possibilities. Maybe X would really press the button now? Everyone thinks X won't do it because that would mean blowing themselves up as well. But if their identity was revealed, it would be the end for them anyway. They might even prefer to die with everyone on the blast over being caught and imprisoned. But in that case, why weren't they pressing the button now before Ava could reveal their identity? Were they banking on the possibility that Ava might say the wrong name? If she did, X could just sit back and watch the show without doing anything. And if she really says X's name, they could always press the button at that time. Surely this was why X was adopting a wait-and-see attitude right now. It'd be dangerous for Ava to say that name out loud, even if she got it right. Everyone would die anyway. Still, I might just be able overthinking things. X would be hesitating simply because they were afraid to die. What do I do? What should I do? There's literally no time to hesitate any longer. My final decision was... let her talk. I want to see what happens. She must speak! The people must hear this, Piccolo! Let me speak! I decided to let Ava finish her sentence without interruption. However, she was silent after that and refused to say another word. X got your tongue? Ending his question, Ava suddenly... She smirked and let out a chuckle, looking as if she was mocking us. When I saw her expression, the truth dawned on me. Of course. You're afraid, right? You're afraid to die? Even if you were forced to do so by X, you were still the one to kill Shoma. That is an unforgivable act. Then you thought to yourself, I'm gonna be thrown into the cage again. This is never gonna let me out. Why should I stay then? I'll blow myself up and take everyone to the SDU with me. You were afraid to face death. You never had the courage to begin with. So you decided to leave it in the hands of X, right? After pressing the button to activate the bomb? Ava said nothing in response. Her lips didn't move for a second. Something else did. Her hands. Oh, shit. She's gonna blow herself up now. Ugh! My body moved before my mind did. I exploded into action and dashed over to Ava at breakneck speed. I grabbed her left wrist and shouted. Everyone made a mad scramble for the exit. Right after that, Ava grabbed my shoulder and forced me to face her. As I did, I saw a raised foot and... I found myself being kicked away. I landed near the exit, where the other where there were 5 other people. They just reached the gate and were not yet outside. The other 5 had rushed to the exit on the other side and were at the same distance away as well. I quickly stood up, looked in Ava's direction. She pinched her little finger and said... She pulled on her little finger without a trace of hesitation. And there goes the school. And everybody in it. Oh! Day 80! The size of an Olympic swimming pool! Oh, okay. Just 20 days left. It's day 80. So I say used to waking up and finding out that I had missed a bunch of days, that I was more surprised by the fact that I was somehow still alive. Come to think about it, I seem to recall someone pulling me back with great force just before the explosion. That could be why I survived. I wonder who saved me. I didn't see who it was, but I remembered a lavender fragrance. I could think about that later. Is everyone okay? I stood up from the makeshift bed, pulled open the curtain divider and stepped outside. And then... Exactly what I meant! You were missing when I woke up! Yes, but halfway through my shift, I felt a pain on my neck, like something had pricked me. Someone must have jabbed me with that stolen anesthetic because I blacked out immediately. Wait, hold up, Brindy's here. That's what I've been trying to say! At this point that everyone finally noticed I was awake. Yeah. Hey, shouldn't we be looking for Tsubasa and Moko? There we go. We're finally down to the magic number 9. After some now we just need to find 9 more doors and 9 more hours. Or 9 days, I guess. After some discussion, we decided on the following groups. Group 1, me, Nozomi, Darumi. Group 2, Takemaru, Kurara, Kyoshika. Group 3, Hiruko, Yugamu, Ima. Let's go find him! And thus we embarked on the search for Tsubasa and Moko. Visited every place in the school to see if we could find any traces of them. However... So then we heard a strained voice coming from the schoolyard. Hiruko. Give each other knowing glances before rushing toward the stairwell together. Are they going to be strung up? Oh no, there's just... Takemaru's team was already at the parking lot by the time we arrived. There were a few trees near the parking lot. Hiruko and Takemaru's teams were staring agape at something near the top of them. Dread started to pool in the pit of my stomach. Consulting cautiously to look in the direction of their stairs. What I saw was... Ah, damn. Ah, damn! Oh, hey, look, there's some efficient reuse of assets over there on the right. Clearly we're both dead. Also, oh my god, the fucking belly button. Oh yeah, you were right about the Monokuma thing. Ugh. Blood drained from my face and I felt sick to the bone. Now 5 of my friends are dead. I didn't know how my heart wasn't breaking apart. So I held myself together and said... Subject, Tsubasa Kawana. Cause of death, hemorrhagic shock. Estimated time of death, day 80, between 5 and 8 a.m. Multiple stab wounds on the chest and abdomen. The murder weapon is luckily a sharp blade around 8 inches long. Too much time has passed since death. Insufficient cryptoglobin present in the body. Impossible to revive. Subject, Moko Mojiro. Cause of death, hemorrhagic shock. Estimated time of death, day 80, between 5 and 8 a.m. Lacerated carotid artery. The murder weapon is likely a sharp blade of unknown length. Too much time has passed since death. Insufficient cryptoglobin present in body. Impossible to revive. After everyone had a chance to view the monitor, the mood in the room turned utterly gloomy. We finally moved their bodies to the morgue. Go on. Wait, how'd you know about the hearts being stolen? Ah, right. And what was it you wanted to tell us about Tsubasa's back? He walked over to Spouse's body and removed the sheet that was covering it. Turned over the body and pulled the blouse up so that we could all see the strange thing on her back. 2? Two! It's mysterious. Nobody had an answer to that. We checked Moko's back as well. There was no marking at all, let alone one that looked like a number. I thought we turned them both back around, closed our eyes, and put our hands together to pay our respects. Nozomi clung to Moko's body and wept bitterly. Her anguished chokes and sobs reverberated throughout the hushed morgue. God, Moko just can't catch a fucking break. Night soon fell, and when bedtime approached, Kurara suddenly brought something up. I found this in Tsubasa's space. Can you guys take a look at it? Is this X in the room with us right now? Two! What do you think, Takumi? I folded my arms across my chest and thought long and hard about it before saying, yes. Going back to sleeping in our own rooms may be the better option at this point. On the condition that nobody opens their door until the morning announcement. Are we clear on that? I didn't black out despite having gone through so many stressful events yesterday. I didn't know why. It wasn't like I'd been cured of that fainting disease. During the day, we split into groups to investigate the deaths of Tsubasa and Moko. We didn't find a single clue. Soon then the sun started setting. Darkness took over. An hour after the bedtime announcement had played. Oh, see, 8's day 81, the digital root of that's 9. Maybe it's time for more 9 things to happen. None of the doorbell sent a chill up my spine. Was it X? Were they here to get me? Me when I fucking get you? Those thoughts raced through my mind as I gingerly made my way over to the door, where I was greeted by a familiar voice on the other side. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you say that, but What is it? Heard the sound of her clacking heels getting softer and softer until I went completely silent. What should I do? I don't believe Hiroko is X, but... Ah, damn it! I had my infuser under my clothes as a precaution and ran directly to the morgue. I am extremely trustworthy and have time travel powers. But you said you weren't? I'm still willing to believe it's A2. This is the route where you romance me, Takumi. Are you ready? I gritted my teeth in frustration, then said... Anyway, what was that thing you remembered? Hiroko walked over to Tsubasa's dead body without a word. Stepped in front of the body and removed the sheet. She turned the body over before lifting the blouse up. It's that strange number we saw yesterday. What about it? What? Livor Mortis code? Where'd you hear about this? She moved the Shoma's body next, removing the sheet covering him. She flipped his body around the set so that his back was facing up. There's a large gaping hole there. Shoma too? But when? We've been moving in groups ever since he died. Who's that? What's that? Hiroko showed me Eito and Gaku's back cavities next. Finally, she turned Kako's body over. Sure seems that way. Hole? Well, the outline is rather clearly defined, like they were cut open with a scalpel or something. Oh, I get it now. It's in the exact same location. That has to be it. The part of their backs with their livor mortis coat has been cut out. Is it the same for Moko? After saying that, Hiroko returned the bodies to their original positions. Why would X do such a thing? Why'd you get the hearts, too? I would think there had to be something on our bodies as well. I mean, it's more than likely, Noir, that they just haven't had the chance to get to Tsubasa yet. What am I supposed to do? Hmm. Yosh. That's why X did that. What's that? I'm not sure, but maybe they needed the bodies to be left in the morgue for some reason. So the question is, why does X want these bodies preserved? Let's put that aside for now and talk about something else. Why does X want to know what the Livor Mortis codes are? Oh, all the one that you can make a code with the Livor Mortis. Okay. The transmitter the boy with the undying flames told us about? That thing I told you about, yes. Oh, I know! The correct series of codes he mentioned. He was referring to the Livor Mortis codes. Total death? Okay, but how'd you come across all this information? Oh, the 3-day long story you were talking about. That light novel you only got if you pre-ordered the game. There aren't 9 of them yet, though. Oh yeah, no, so there's a Hiruko story that you can only get if you pre-order the game. Oh, I get it. X is a good name because it's like 10. Because the 10th person would need to be the last person alive to get the final Livor Mortis code. Wow. In theory. It could also. Does that mean that X is trying to summon the rescue craft? So that they can leave the school? Which also means X already knows where the distress signal transmitter is located. Because the Livor Mortis codes would be useless otherwise. If we find the distress signal transmitter ourselves, we find a clue to X's identity. Hirko nodded deeply at my words. But it's almost midnight. Oh, alright. And then I passed out for the next several days. Okay, no, exactly one day. Hirko and I ran around the school all night in search of the stress signal transmitter. We found nothing in the end. It's almost 6. If we're not in our rooms for the morning announcement, the others would suspect us of being X. As Hiriko's about to finish her sentence. Kurara! I just shouted her name! What in the world? Oh, now that you mention it. We peered up from around the corner of the hallway to see where Kurara was going. She quickly vanished in the direction of the staircase. The sound of footsteps on the floor above us slowly became softer and softer until we heard the roof door closing. Then there was silence. I mean, we are on the ground floor. Maybe she didn't come down the stairs? We started investigating the area around the staircase, groping around wall surfaces to see if we could find anything. And then... Secret door! Behind the door was a staircase leading down to pitch darkness. You know, I think this may be the scene where I accidentally moused over Joshi's street. No, actually, different room, I think. This place. Oh, no, never mind. I remember this exact line of dialogue. This is the bit I saw by accident when I moused over Joshi's stream. Yeah, no, I accidentally moused over your stream because I recommend you on my channel, and then it like booted up your stream on my channel, and I just saw this line that says, "I can't believe we're still discovering new places in the school on day 82." Although I will say, in my memory, although I will say, in my version of my memory, Takumi was saying this, and it was day 87, not 2. But also, I mean, like, there's enough background stuff to confuse that my noggin. It's freezing in here. I don't recall making any jokes. Check it out! Yoriko and I approached the device and started to stare at the display monitor. This is what I think it is! There's the user manual of sorts in the bottom left of the screen, which read, "Distress signal transmitter. Enter the liver mortis code of each SDU member in the blank spaces on the screen. The distress signal is transmitted when 9 correct codes are entered. However, should a single incorrect code be entered, poison gas will be released from the tank behind this device." That's a lot of gas for killing, presumptively, at least one person. This special gas designed to instantly dissolve all types of physical... Oh my god. Neither a gas mask nor a biohazard suit will offer any sort of protection against it. You have been warned. This is a major discovery! In my excitement, I started looking around the other areas of the room. In the next moment, I felt my blood going cold. Something I had noticed instantly because all my attention had been on the device. An object. In a corner of the room. No. That wasn't an object. It wasn't. That was... What?! Kurara Usuzuki's... dead... and her clothes. Dead body. What? Someone's been faking being Kurara this whole time? Dun dun dun. Oh, Lock! You arrived at Story Lock 3. You will not be able to progress without meeting certain conditions. Reach Story Lock 2. Oh, so okay, so this is the kind of shit I actually need to like. All right, yeah, that's some stuff. God damn. All right, let's see what happens when I shut Ava up, I suppose. Shit. I need more endings. Yum. Yeah, that is actually that is a very like the story lock bit is very much an Uchikoshi thing, yeah. God, I can't. I. Mm, I'm I'm assuming this is very much a hey wait a minute talking to me, why are you telling her to shut up? Ooh, are you X? Hmm. Oh, okay. She burst out laughing. Also here I wanna Shit, it was already too late. If it pinched a little finger and pull. Oh, okay. So in this instance, she just blows herself up before anybody can do anything. Whoopsies. Pinky promise. Well, shit. All right, cool. Let's go over to this split then. Yeah, literally just anybody but Takumi. Or anybody but Shoma. Or anybody but Ava, I guess. Oh no, wait, this is anybody but Shoma. Yeah, this is the Shoma decision, yeah. I think Ato did it. Yeah. Oh, this actually has unique dialogue for if you pick Ato. Alright. And now we're gonna lock him up. Into the sin bin with you. Yeah. And then they put him in the and then they put him in there. Oh wow. Day 99. Same type of shit's happening too, yeah. No sense of life anywhere. So I had to walk around and look for everybody else. Where I found no! Quirky white woman, no, because I'm beginning to believe that Darumi was not supposed to have that jacket in the original design and it was too late to change it. Oh yeah, it makes more sense. Oh yeah, in any instance where she would normally be wearing her jacket, she like either A, just got murdered, or B, just got murdered but came back to life. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Eh. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what her fucking that's what the jacket's holding. That's the jacket's hiding. Again. They stole her heart? Persona. Oh my god. Everybody died of death disease. And then everyone died. The end. They just had to reuse the same Kurara. They reused the Kurara one. Again! All the time in the world grinded to a halt. The 10th dead body. Oh no! Oh no! Ah! I checked Takemura's back. His heart had been taken, ripped out of his body. Ava's back and back was untouched. No other part of her body had been cut either. Mm-hmm. 11? Oh, so there has to be one more other person. Oh wow. Whoever that last person was, not gonna know. Mm-hmm. Lost in the darkness. I mean, honestly, considering how long it's gonna take for us to actually figure out who did it, I guess we have to. Gotta wait a minute. Alrighty then. Well, that's about as much as we can do of this particular route, I suppose. Yeah, we still gotta reach story lock 2 over there. Mm-hmm. Shit's locked. Yeah, no, I mean, shit, like, we gotta go to the... Well, everybody, let's leave! We have to go through the perfume department if we want to escape the school. Oh god, oh wait, wait, is Gaku gonna be back to life now? Oh, no, 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 this is... You know, it's true. I wasn't thinking about checking the board when I was picking my future. It is my future after all. Uh, no. Oh God, Gaku's back to life. No. I mean, I kind of hate to say it, but like, he definitely fits Gaku. Yeah. Someone destroyed Sire. Maybe trying to send us a message. What? Why would I do that? Murked. Damn. I don't think they suspect me of doing all this. Later. I mean, you're already halfway there. What the hell is she talking about? Right, but it looks like you guys don't believe me. I've actually seen several futures, believe it or not. Right, I came back after living out an entire 100 days. Remember all the defensive battles we had? The invaders will attack again on day 7. That leaves us 3 days. One more thing. Like I said yesterday, we have allies, a fair distance from here. If we can meet up with them, we'll be better off in our battles, so I'd like to take the opportunity to go get them. I summarized everything I said yesterday as a reminder. All about second to last Defense Academy. You would not believe how true I am right now. Yeah, you'll have to believe I traveled there through time. You'll have to believe I traveled through time for this to make sense. But I swear to you, I'm not lying. I believe you, bro. I do! Let's ditch this place, okay? I'm telling you, that message is freaking me out! Yeah, you want to voice him, Joshi? Yeah, no, that's why I didn't even suggest it. We've decided... Don't put that evil on me, dummy! No, it didn't. Maybe my coming back to the past has caused something to deviate. Well, Takemaru. Well, Takemaru. You know, honestly, I'm glad you're so innocent of anything that's going on in the real world, fictional character. Yeah. Yeah! I fucking perfectly timed that. Yeah. Well, I knew it too. I felt like something was off, even beyond the threatening message. But I killed Ato to change the future. Our biggest risk factor should have been taken care of. I doubt this deviation is that big just yet. The chance of the attack being different is low. I think we should consider the risk of this threat and evacuate for now. Yeah, I'm with Takumi! Gaku seemed pretty traumatized by the whole thing. Maybe because he was the first to discover the message. I appreciate that it got him on my side, but he's shaking so much I'm worried about him. Really? Oh my god. I was like, you know, I gotta say, I love this fucking Takumi sprite. There's just something about it. It's like... It's like all of like the malice and guilt from his past is just evaporated in that one instance. He's free and innocent and a child. I can't believe they got evaporated by Takami's level 10 truth nuke. I would never do that! Yeah! It's too much too suddenly to take your word for everything. This seems a little suspicious to me, too. I'm sorry to say. Huh? Excuse me? Wow, this is like they wrote this with they wrote this with like the third eye perception that people would pick this after doing the other route, it feels like. Right. A freak waste of space like me is doomed to die pathetically. I'm sorry, I should just get killed like the crap state I am. Then you won't have to look at me anymore. Shit. Crap. I'll find words to describe me. With your blessings, I'll live out my final days as an excrement-covered worm. Hey. 5 want to stay and 4 want to go. This is bad. Based on the message, all of us need to leave to satisfy their demand. This isn't enough time for me to persuade these guys one by one, which means... Fine, I just have to convince all of you then. You guys agree to give me some time? Yeah, I'm gonna force you to see it my way. If I can prove I really traveled through time, they'll have to listen to me. I have to use that ace up my sleeve. Eve. Check out this cool baby I found. Shoma, you must be worried about Leo. Huh? You know about Leo? I know about your affliction, too. When you attack someone, you develop a horrible allergic reaction all over your body. It's enough to knock you out instantly. How do you know that? You told me yourself, during my first 100 days here. Your dad's addicted to betting on horse races. That's why you hate horses. Hey, don't say that about your Uma Musume loving father. How dare you? Ima. Oh yeah, that's right, they don't. That's right. You, you know, this is a great time. Well, this is a great time to. That's right. This is a great time to bring this up on like a stream because like Rindy tried making her message in Uma Musume. I only bet on losing horses. Turns out you can't have the word horse and any combination of bets, lose or win in your fucking little message there. You can't give like gambling statistics in your fucking Uma Musume message icon. Yeah, you can't. You can't say it. It's funny. Well, they want to make sure you couldn't do anything kind of illegal in there. Ima, Kako, your parents passed away in a traffic accident when you were young. That's why Ima's done so much to protect you, Kako. It means getting his own hands dirty, right? Kako, your dream is to be a detective because of your father. His details are so specific that I have to believe he really did. Now do you believe me? Mm-hmm. No! You're really to tell me all this stuff in the future. Did the wrong one, I'm afraid. Crap, this isn't enough to this isn't even enough to convince them. I'm gonna have to deploy my last resort, no matter the consequences. You really want to do it this way? You might not like it. I only told you a little bit of what I know. I know more secrets. One you wouldn't want me to reveal in front of everyone. If you won't leave the school, I may have no other choice. There's a lie. I didn't know any secrets. I was just bluffing. With the dead serious expression on my face slowly met eyes with each one of them. You sure you want me to provide it right here, right now? Sorry, but I don't have time for this. Either you agree to leave the school right now, or else. Wait, please, I'll leave. Just don't tell them. How about the rest of you? Well, you see, there's this one bit in the first episode of Umineko. There's also this one in the second episode of Umineko. Oh, and the fourth, the fifth. Sit. Okay, actually, there's an end. Hurry up and get ready, then. Actually, there aren't that many. Actually, no, there's a gory death scene in episode 7. That's right. 8? Nah, eight's good. Actually, no, 8 has gory murder scenes in it, too. That's right. It was a risky gamble. But I somehow managed to convince everyone to leave the school, albeit reluctantly. Even if they still doubted I was from the future, at least I managed to avoid our most imminent threat. Phew, it's night already. Managing to convince the others I got ready to leave, but no one else had come yet. Really? That's been there for a while now. I'm exhausted. Maybe it's because I've been so desperate while trying to convince the people who wanted to stay. But now fatigue is really setting in. I took a deep sigh and closed my eyes for a moment. This is making me sleepy. If I had a bed in front of me right now, I just know I'd be knocked out in an instant. Throb! Ow! It feels heavy and sore, maybe because I'm tired. Makes sense, the situation's turning me into a ball of nerves. Thankfully, the pain woke me up. I smacked the side of my face to pump myself up for the trip. Snap out of it, Takumi! By this time, everyone was showing up at the entrance, now ready to go. Tomorrow, anyone who's able should head for the second to last Defense Academy. But for now, we need to go through the Wall of Fire. We'll be roughing it tonight. Hey, that's right, we're done with the bus. Stop. Yeah. It's only temporary, but it works. I get it. You liked Mad Max Fury Road. Who didn't? Yeah, that's Mad Max. I'm pretty sure. Me wanting to get burned to a crisp. She doesn't know any of the references that she makes. I mean, to be fair, a lot of her references are, like, unvoiced, so she probably just gets, like, a handful of them. Well, she doesn't get them, but she only has to read a handful of the references. Without hesitation, Hiriko took a fire extinguisher and walked toward the roaring flames. And the XD-ing flames. Hey, hold on! I grabbed an extinguisher and hurried after her. I'm glad that they decided to reuse it again. And that's how we ended up escaping to the other side of the wall of fire. Everyone was at a loss for words after seeing the massive raised ruins all around us. Maybe exhaustion won out in the end, because they seemed to just accept what they were seeing before long. Tomorrow, we head to second to last Defense Academy. And then... It's no good. I'm too sleepy. We'll worry about tomorrow when tomorrow comes. I gave into the listless feelings and closed my heavy lids. Lids. Day 5. Morning already? I felt the sunlight through my eyelids. I rubbed my eyes like usual and moved to get up when it hit me. Right, we slept outside. Seeing the ruins spread out before me made me realize we'd evacuated outside of the wall of fire. Oh, good morning. I feel so sorry that I had to be the first thing you see this morning. Truly the worst possible way to start your day. That's not true, Shoma. Is everyone else awake? Yummy concrete. I love sleeping on the floor, baby. Oh, really? Oh yeah, that's right. Same. And Jeremy wouldn't knock it off with her creepy talk. So true! Damn it, if anyone's depressed now, it's me! Everyone seems pretty low right now. It would be kind of funny if the quote-unquote, like, last ending was one where Gaku still died anyway. Is he, yeah. Oh no, guys! Gaku slipped and fell into the wall of fire! Oh, darn! Ah, shit. Oh well. What are we gonna do? Gakko? Huh? My head's a little fuzzy since I just woke up. My body feels normal. If I had to complain about anything, I guess my back hurts. That's just the price you pay for sleeping outside. I'm fine. I slept like a log. After hearing my answer, Kako smoothed her hand over her chest with a relieved look on her face. Was I sleeping that hard? I hope I don't have drool marks on my chin. But everyone seems to be fine, thankfully. I was sure an irrelevant nobody like me would have been killed by now. Well, we just left like the message said. Now the culprits got them what they want. Right? Right? I think so. Else can you be a little quieter? We kept on up until up our end of the bargain. The message didn't say don't come back or anything. Surely we wouldn't be killed if we went back on day 7. Yep. But considering how far it is, we should go in a smaller group. Pretty far if we walk, but if we use our Hemo Anima, it shouldn't be a problem. But we should still stick to those of us who have the stamina to walk for an entire day. Yuriko's dead set and going, huh? Well, having her makes me feel reassured. The invader monster has to go and establish some Yuri. Huh? She's like fucking Basil Geese, but for romancing the various women of this game. Darami smirked as she looked at me. What does she think is gonna happen? Oh no. That's awful. I guess that's gonna have the cool one with me at all times. Great. Guess she's warning me that she thinks that she'll kill me if she has to. I kind of already knew, but everyone's pretty wary of me right now. If this is what it takes to get them to work with me. Can I just take you? Huh? Shoma? Just in case you need a sacrifice. I understand, and by all means. I think I might be beyond hope. But if you're saying even a dirtbag like me can change, I want to try. Takemaru. Aye, aye, sir! Are you kidding me? Yeah, what's poppin'? Hmm. I'm guessing that she can't ride on it? Or no, let me rephrase that. I'm guessing that nobody else can ride on it but her? Oh yeah. Sex! Boner, I get it. Oh yeah, that's also true. Yeah. Mm. She has to use her she has to use her fucking blood so that way you can put on the radio in her car. Talk to me, why'd you turn my battery on without starting the engine? Now I'm gonna die. Grab those allies or whatever and get back here as soon as possible. I hate horror movie stuff, man. Right. Mm. We need to bring them back. I think it's, thinking about it, it is kind of funny how, like, I play Talk to Me very straight-laced and everybody else, like, it kind of sounds like either very nasally or is a whiny piss baby. Except for Moko, I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck I need to have her talk. I had it down a while ago, and then I fucked it up. Oh, wow. I mean, I guess I can just kind of do, like, a... Mm. Yeah, Randy Savage type stuff, yeah. I think no, you know what I did that I thought kind of worked for a little while? I just did like a lighter version of the Sakura voice I did like eons ago. Like less this and more just kind of like this, like hey, what's going on? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. You know the power we can get. You know the people we can get to achieve our goal. Yeah, are you even listening? Oh, yeah, sorry. I didn't want to listen to you. Sorry, I don't have any change. I wasn't asking for any! Way to be classist! Oh, that wasn't it? Sorry. I wasn't listening at all! I really need to get it together. We're wasting time here, let's go. Oh wait, that's Hiriko, fuck! No, go, just go, just do it, just there we go. Yes, sir! Tell this pathetic horn to stop crawling and start leaping! Now, pathetic slimy frog! Did someone say frog? They're already leaving me behind. I gotta get going! Thanks. We'll be back in the morning of day 7. Also, if Gaku mysteriously vanishes, I will not blame any of you. I have a goodbye to the group staying behind and left the campsite. Need to get to second last defense academy. Quickly! Also, what's up with him and frogs? We walked, and then we walked 500 miles. Ignoring Shima trying to suffer his way through talking about his brutal training regimen, Hiroko and I remained silent. We squeezed in a few short breaks as we walked all night until the sun began to come up again. I'm assuming that when the scene changes, that's probably when we stopped for now. Yep, there we go, see? Yeah, no, maybe he just likes frogs. That's actually... yeah. See? See? He's been dead for a real. Eito's been gone for a while now. I mean, like, at the very least, Mm-hmm. But, no, yeah, I guess that's it for right now. Thank you all, everybody, for yet another, daring and exciting stream full of, interesting things happening in general. I'm gonna go consume various liquids and play horse games, so I will see you all in the next video.